Most men mistakenly believe women decide about sex during the bedroom moment, or worse, after endless conversations, countless dates or romantic gestures. That's a massive psychological misunderstanding. Women secretly categorize you sexually much earlier, often before they're consciously aware of it. These subtle, subconscious decisions happen during brief micro-moments, small windows of opportunity that most men completely overlook. And the truth is brutal: either you control these micro-moments, or you'll forever be the guy women label nice, but not attractive. High-value men instinctively understand these subtle signals and seize control. They command attention, control pacing, and dominate the psychology of attraction without ever needing to say a word. You're about to discover exactly when and how women secretly make their sexual decisions, and how you can dominate these moments effortlessly. Trigger 1. The power shift moment. Most men attempt to win women's desire by promoting equality. They try to level the playing field, hoping to make her comfortable, hoping she'll like him enough to reward him sexually. Psychologically, this approach backfires every single time. Female desire ignites through subtle power and balance, not equality. Her subconscious categorizes men sexually when she perceives them as slightly above her in 3 critical areas: status, decision-making, and emotional control. Imagine you suddenly interrupt her chatter, not rudely, but with casual authority. You confidently make a decision without needing her approval. You calmly correct her behavior, not because you're domineering, but because you naturally set standards. In these moments, her subconscious quietly shifts you into a higher category. She perceives you as a leader, a decision-maker. Suddenly, you're not equal, you're a dominant presence who intrigues her instinctive sexual interest. This precise psychological trigger flips her from maybe to definitely. Trigger 2. The spontaneity spike. Routine, predictability, and monotony kill sexual attraction. Studies in evolutionary psychology repeatedly confirm this. Women's brains are instinctively turned on by uncertainty, but uncertainty within safety. Most men sabotage their own sexual attractiveness. By becoming predictable, they always plan, ask permission, or wait for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment never comes, and neither does the attraction. Her subconscious makes sexual decisions during sudden, spontaneous moments when she's caught slightly off guard. You suddenly shift venues on a date, pulling her by the hand without warning. You inject unexpected playful teasing, creating small bursts of playful tension. When you disrupt her routine safely yet decisively, her brain flags you as sexually viable. Unpredictability signals excitement, adventure, and the capacity to surprise, qualities that her subconscious desperately craves. Master the spontaneity spike, and you'll become the man she secretly fantasizes about. Trigger 3. Silent disqualification. Men typically believe women decide sexually when they're shown endless interest, affection, and approval. The psychological truth is almost exactly the opposite. Her subconscious triggers sexual categorization precisely when she feels slightly uncertain about your interest in her, specifically through subtle disqualification. When you playfully say you're trouble, "I'm not sure if I can trust you," you're framing yourself as high value. You're suddenly signaling that you're selective, discerning, even skeptical instantly. Her competitive instincts kick in. She subconsciously needs to prove herself worthy of your approval. It's not outright rejection, it's subtle psychological framing. Suddenly she's not certain she has you. Suddenly she's chasing your approval. And precisely at this moment, her brain shifts gears. You're now a sexual possibility rather than just another friendly guy. Understand this clearly. Subtle disqualification sparks intense sexual desire. Trigger 4. The time scarcity frame. Availability kills attraction faster than almost anything else. Most men invest far too much time, hoping more attention will equal more attraction. Psychologically, this fails every time. Her subconscious sexually categorizes you. Precisely at the moment, she recognizes your time as scarce, valuable and protected when you subtly communicate through action, never words that you won't endlessly chase her attention. That your life has priorities beyond her. Her subconscious registers loss aversion. Suddenly your time becomes valuable, limited. A rare resource she must secure. This triggers urgency, curiosity, and heightened sexual interest. It's precisely when you step away slightly, not when you endlessly remain available, that her sexual curiosity ignites. Scarcity makes you the prize she subconsciously knows she must win. Trigger 5, the risk-reward window. Women's subconscious minds constantly weigh social risks against personal rewards, especially when it comes to sexual escalation. Most men mistakenly create environments that feel too direct. Pressured or judgmental, her subconscious immediately hits the brakes. She won't risk her reputation or self-image for something that feels forced or dangerous. However, the psychological trick is to create plausible deniability, situations that feel casual, accidental or natural, a relaxed environment. A casual phrase like relax. This is our little secret. Lowers her defenses, her subconscious perceives safety, discretion and non-judgment. Now, she can escalate sexually without feeling judged or exposed socially. This is critical sexual decisions. Lock in precisely at the moment she perceives a safe space to risk, without reputational consequences. Frame your environment subtly. Lower her guard, and watch as her subconscious locks you in sexually. Trigger 6, the emotional roller coaster effect. Most men mistakenly assume comfort and steady affection spark sexual decisions in women. The harsh psychological truth is completely different. Comfort builds friendship, but emotional highs and lows build sexual desire. Her subconscious craves emotional spikes, periods of tension followed by release, humor followed by seriousness, attention followed by slight withdrawal. These cycles create psychological addiction, a pattern of emotional conditioning that women frequently mistake for deep romantic or sexual chemistry. Imagine this clearly. You engage her with playful teasing, igniting mild tension, then you withdraw slightly, creating brief uncertainty. Suddenly you validate her, triggering powerful emotional relief. These rapid fluctuations make her brain produce dopamine and adrenaline, chemicals strongly linked to attraction and excitement. Precisely at these peaks during the release of emotional tension, her subconscious categorizes you sexually. You've become the emotional roller coaster. She can't resist the man who commands her attraction, without ever openly pursuing it. Men who master emotional pacing master exactly when she says yes. Trigger 7, the social status shift. Women don't make sexual decisions solely based on personal desire. Often her subconscious mind also calculates social status. What does being with you communicate about her? If you suddenly position yourself as someone who enhances her social status, her subconscious rapidly escalates her sexual categorization of you. Suddenly, sex isn't merely about personal connection. It's about social positioning. This frequently happens during group interactions. Imagine you dominate group conversations effortlessly. Others naturally gravitate toward your attention. Your approval carries subtle, quiet power now. When she aligns herself with you through flirtation, intimacy, or subtle gestures, she instantly elevates her own status. Her subconscious knows exactly what she's doing. She's securing valuable social validation by associating herself with you sexually. At this moment, when her subconscious sees sex as a way to protect or enhance her social position, her decision accelerates from maybe to yes. Master this dynamic, and your status alone becomes a powerful sexual trigger. Trigger 8, the boundary tester response. Women consistently test men through subtle, often unnoticed provocations. Teasing, sarcasm, playful jabs. These tests aren't random. They're subconscious evaluations, designed to reveal your true character. Your response to these tests instantly categorizes you, either as sexual potential or permanently platonic. Most men fail spectacularly, becoming defensive, irritated, or overly accommodating. Her subconscious immediately labels them as insecure or weak, killing attraction forever. However, when you respond with calm dominance, light humor, playful dismissiveness, or gentle indifference, you send a subconscious signal of strength and self-control. Instantly, her subconscious reevaluates your status. You shift from entertaining conversation to sexual possibility. Remember clearly, your reaction determines your attraction. Master these tests, respond calmly, and you'll dominate her subconscious categorization effortlessly. Trigger 9, the isolation trigger. Group settings are social, safe and comfortable, but sexual decisions rarely lock in publicly. Controlled isolation is absolutely critical, but simply finding privacy isn't enough. The psychological secret is how you lead her into isolation. When you casually but decisively say, "Let's step outside for some air," or "Come over here for a second," you demonstrate leadership and control of the environment. Her subconscious instantly registers you as someone capable of creating intimacy safely. This subtle demonstration of control, without pressure or awkwardness, triggers trust, comfort, and excitement simultaneously. Her subconscious now perceives you as safe to escalate sexually, precisely because you've established subtle dominance. It's this critical micro moment of isolation, engineered naturally, never forced, where her subconscious categorizes you sexually, before her logical mind ever acknowledges it. Understand clearly, isolation triggers sexual decision-making, faster and more powerfully than almost any other factor. Trigger 10, the moment you signal you don't need the outcome. Here's the brutal psychological truth most men never grasp. Women decide sexually exactly when they realize you genuinely don't need them to. Your total outcome independence, your ruthless detachment from needing her validation, affection, or sex is the single most powerful psychological signal of high value you can send. When her subconscious detects this indifference, she immediately recognizes the one trait she can't control. A man who fully controls himself, her entire attraction mechanism flips. Now you're not chasing her. She's instinctively compelled to chase you, driven subconsciously to capture your interest, attention, and approval. The second she senses you're fine without her validation is precisely the moment her subconscious categorizes you sexually. Imagine clearly you're calm, collected, and completely unconcerned with the outcome. You're enjoying the moment, the interaction itself, not anxiously plotting towards sex. Her subconscious is compelled to make you want her, to win your attention, to secure your validation sexually. The irony is profound. The moment you stop pursuing sex is the exact moment sex starts pursuing you. Most men never notice when the decision's already been made. But now you do, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. That changes everything. And if you want to go deeper, there's a cheat sheet waiting for you. It breaks down the hidden signals women send, long before they ever say a word.